Hello all, welcome back to Apu Eats. So this time we are definitely not going to do a kind of food show, but definitely we want to share the experience about our recent sale of my Cadillac vehicle to the online store, Vroom. So basically, regarding to the car was pretty in a good shape, and definitely, I was trying to sell the car, and then the options which we went online was, the normal online stores like the CarMax, Carvana, and definitely a new thing which came to me was Vroom. So I just want to share the experience on it because ultimately I sold my car to Vroom, and I before even I started this, I never have heard about Vroom. So I just want to know and share the experience what I had with them. I had earlier sales with CarMax and Carvana, and Vroom was pretty new for me, and hence thought we'll share the cross experience of that with you guys. With that being said, the car was a clean title, and it was basically completely owned by me. There was no lien on it. So I had the title in hand. So basically, when I went to sell the car, as I said, I went and requested some codes with CarMax, Carvana, and Vroom. Obviously, I got a better code with Vroom, and hence, I just choose Vroom. But once I chose that, I was little, hesitant about it because I never have heard about Vroom, and I just want to see whether that was a legit company and how the process works and all. So I went online, did my homework. I found pretty much good deals about Vroom. I read many blogs like Reddit, and everyone have a good experience on, not good experience, I would say there were good and bad experience, but also I went to the Vroom website to see how legit it is. Found really okay. So this was the kind of small homework which I was doing, definitely, to see whether this was a legit company or not, and I was pretty okay with it. The next set was how to sell the vehicle. I just downloaded the Vroom app, and actually I put the sale of car, and definitely they asked all the required questions. I gave a fair, good reply to all the different questions, and you have to be very careful about that because the code what you get will definitely be around to what actually you answer about your car, and you have to be kind of fair, honest. This is definitely one of the tip which I'll always give to everyone who try to sell the car. The reason being, more honest you be, they would be more good with the code whatever is actually given to you, because definitely they are going to inspect the vehicle, and if they find something which is like in both extremes, definitely something is going to happen. And right now, as I said, most of the things are online. Definitely, you don't want to take that risk. Compared to CarMax and Carvana, Vroom, they didn't have a kind of physical store here. Um, so I think they have only pretty much one store in the entire US, or one or two stores, but definitely not in my area. So that is one of the tip which I would say, be honest, and try to give almost all the answers in a very good, correct manner, so that you'll get a fair quote. Again, yeah, the selling actually took only 10 minutes to us apply for it, and they would request to upload the odometer reading, the registration, and the title, just to make sure that this is not a scam, and just to verify the ownership. Once you do that, probably in a day or so, they would actually send back a mail to you, which has a kind of docu-sign, and then also they would send across a FedEx, with requesting for the title, the actual title. So this is the kind of is kind of scary part, because you are going to send the title of your car to a different location, and that was kind of a little scary for me because I never was doing it. As I said, all my earlier sales was basically a kind of, I went to the physical store and just gave it, but here there was no physical store. So yeah, I was a little worried, but I would say from my experience, that worry was for nothing. But they would send across a FedEx and a return envelope too, where you can actually send across that title. And I believe there was a sale document as well, which we definitely need to sign across and send back. So they actually, I sent it back. So from the day on, from the application, when I sent back the title, it was almost like 5 days. They received it, and they received it on the next Monday or so. I started applying it on a Tuesday, so I think that was like 5 to 6 days. And once it is done, ideally they would have to give a mail communication, an email communication saying they have received it, and also they would, next step is basically they have to schedule a pickup. But that's the most scary part. They didn't reply anything. Yeah, no email communication was there. So that definitely is a problem, on that part. There was no mail communication regarding to the pickup date or anything like that. But definitely you have a kind of Vroom customer care. They're pretty busy, I would say, because most of them are almost all 99% of the sales, I believe, for them is online, and definitely their customer representatives are fully booked. So you definitely need to try a lot. What I have done is I have done a daily follow up. I would call them sometimes 2 times a day. The reason being, I have seen from my same case, different customer representatives are giving me different feedbacks. So that is a kind of scary part as well for me, because you get a different one day you would get a news saying, okay, all the contracting part is done and the vehicle is ready for pickup. The next day when you call back, they would say, oh, the contracting is still going on. So that's a kind of not a kind of thing what you want to hear. So definitely there is a huge amount of improvement on that front. But one of the representative in between, she clearly told me that from the day on which they receive the title to the pickup, there you have to give them a 10-day gap, which ideally is a very fair statement for me, rather than all the other customer representatives who try to tell different stories. This seems to be really a good one. That is like 10 business. You just need to give a 10 calendar days, not business days, but calendar days to them for for scheduling the pickup. So what happened to me was on the 9th day, definitely I got a call from a Vroom pickup guy, and he said he's going to come and pick up the vehicle on the same day. The fun factor was I definitely didn't get any mail communication on who is going to come, and what's the name and what's the carrier name or nothing like that. So I was really scared because even somebody's coming to pick up your vehicle too. So I called back again the representatives, and they said they normally would come and with all the VIN numbers and the corresponding details about the sale and all. So you definitely can check with the guy who comes to pick up. That is, at that moment, I would say I can't actually demand for an email because these guys can't send an email. And at the same time, this was kind of, at that moment, I would say, yeah, I'll give the vehicle, provided, the guy who comes to pick up will have all the different details regarding to that. The guy who came, he definitely was coming. He came in a Vroom single bed tow truck. He was very pleasant. He showed the ID. He gave me every details. That's a really hats off on that part to Vroom. Definitely, and then he gave me a bill of lading, which is really needed, which he actually sent across to my email, and I have to forward that email to the remote purchase team from Vroom. On the same day I did that, and I on the same night, I believe I got a mail saying from Vroom saying they got all the bill of lading and all the documents, and they're going to process the payment. After that, again for another 2 days, you don't get any mail. So again, there's an issue on that, email communication. I tried to reach again back on the customer representatives, and they said, yeah, definitely I would get a mail regarding to the FedEx tracking number and all of this stuff. When the check is actually, I prefer to get a cashier's check, so when the check is mailed across, I would get it, but I never have got. But the fun factor was definitely on 2 days after that, I got a FedEx with the cashier's check on it. So I think I have one here. Yeah, the FedEx with all the details. So with that being said, the follow-ups and the mail communication definitely is a poor thing about Vroom. But overall, from starting application for the sale till when I get paid, it was exactly 2.5 weeks, and precisely saying around to 19 to 20 days. Which appears to be pretty good for me, provided that for the amount what they give compared to the others, that rate is okay for me. Or it depends upon the deal again what you get, but again for me it was okay. But with that being said, there are the pros and cons. I have got some notes, but the pros and cons definitely. Pros, I got a better quote for this vehicle. And again, one more thing which I got to know, or like basically by my experience was definitely, if it's a luxury kind of vehicle, Vroom try to give you a kind of good quote. If a normal vehicle, I won't say, because one of my vehicle, which was a normal one, they gave me a poor quote as well. So it again depends upon the quote, but comparatively they give a better quote. That is one of the pro. The second one, they appears to be legit with all the transactions and all of this stuff to me. And the third one, the payment was processed on time, even though you were not notified. So it got completed exactly on time, but definitely you are not notified, so you have to worry for nothing, right? So that is a con, definitely that's a disadvantage. Poor email communication, very poor email communication. They are doing really good. Only thing is definitely they have to be more good on the email communication part. If they really improvise that, I think these guys can become one of the best. And then the next one, the representatives, when you try to contact, because this is going to be like a black box, when you try to contact for your information, different representatives are having different opinions and different things on your case, which I didn't really like it, because that should not be the case. They have to improve that as well. And the third one, the almost similar to the first disadvantage, which I really told, that's the tracking information regarding to a mail or the title definitely was not sent across. That is a kind of a very bad experience. But the company is legit, and all the things works. Only thing is, and the pickup and all of the stuff, everything looks good. The only thing is about this email communication, and I really would say that they definitely need to improvise that. The reason being, they are doing everything through online, so they have to be definitely get a kind of better improved service to that area. And also the email communication and the phone communication, definitely these are the two through which we can actually contact them. It has to be improvised a lot, or else I think they would have some side down effects. But ultimately, yeah, I sold my vehicle, I got my check. It was all good. So that was about the my experience of selling the vehicle to Vroom. I hope you like this video, and definitely I did search for this kind of videos in YouTube for Vroom, selling the car to Vroom. Definitely, I believe this is also a kind of video you would search for in case if you are trying to sell a vehicle to Vroom. So overall experience, I really loved it. But again, the satisfaction, customer satisfaction, regarding to all these online deals and sending across the title and the vehicle upfront before you get the payment, and not having a communication in between, that actually pulled my satisfaction little down. But otherwise, company is legit. They pay on time. They pay how they offer, and all this stuff, all looking good. So that's all about this episode. Hope you actually like this video, and share, and just watch. Have a good day, guys. Bye.